Next unit is X-rays, that is the unit 5. These X-rays were discovered by Roentgen. Then he said that X-rays are known to be electromagnetic waves, or they are photons. They have wavelength of about 1 into 10 power minus 10 meter, that is 1 Armstrong. Then there are two types of X-rays, hard X-rays and soft X-rays. Then X-rays having wavelength shorter than 1 Armstrong are called hard X-rays. X-rays have wavelength larger than 1 Armstrong, they are called soft X-rays. Then they exhibit the phenomena of interference, diffraction and polarization. Then when they pass through some gas, they ionize the gas. Then production of X-rays. The X-rays are produced by means of Bremsstrahlung collision. That is fast. See the diagram. The fast moving electron strikes a target. The target is a nucleus. This is at rest. When it strikes a target, electromagnetic energy is emitted in the form of a photon. These are X-rays. Then Bremsstrahlung effect. This occurs, that is fast moving electron when they come to the positively charged nucleus, then they are a path of the electron is deflected or decelerated. They are diverted from the straight line path. Then they are emitted as a photon. Then their energy is less than before. Then the radiation produced in this collision is called Bremsstrahlung radiation. The energy of the radiation is E1 minus E2 is equal to h nu. E1 means the energy before collision, E2 means the energy after collision, nu means the frequency of radiation. Then production of X-rays. X-rays are produced by means of a Coolidge tube. Then you see the diagram. F means a filament. This filament is heated by a low tension battery to a high temperature. Then near the filament a cathode C is placed. Then the cathode is coated with a material called thorium. Then electrons are emitted from the cathode when the filament is heated to a high voltage source. Then the positive terminal of the high voltage source is connected to the anode. Then the anode is made up of copper, that is it is a copper anode. Then this copper anode is coated with a high melting point material such as tungsten or molybdenum. Then here copper is a good conductor, therefore it helps to dissipate the heat produced in the target. Then this X-ray tube, it is enclosed in a lead box. Then it is provided with a glass window. Then from through the glass window we can see the X-rays, they come out. Then working. That is the high voltage source that is applied. Then the filament gets heated. Then when the filament gets heated, the cathode also gets heated. From the cathode, electrons are emitted. Then the electrons are fall on the, that is anode. Energy of the electron, all the energy of the electron is incident on the anode, that is the target. Therefore it is stopped. Therefore the kinetic energy of the electron will be 0. Then most of the electron lose energy in heating the target. Therefore small fraction of energy of the electron goes to produce electromagnetic radiation, that is X-rays, through the Bremsstrahlung process. The X-rays produced from the target, this emerge out of a tube through the window. Then the quality of the X-rays produced, it depends upon the acceleration voltage V, and the quantity of X-rays depend upon the filament, that is the current in the filament. If nu maximum is the maximum frequency of X-rays produced, then the potential VE is equal to H into nu maximum. The next is the property of X-rays. X-rays are electromagnetic waves. They are of very short wavelength. They travel in straight line with the velocity of light. Then they are invisible to the eyes. We cannot see the X-rays. Then they undergo reflection, refraction, interference, diffraction and polarization. Then they are not deflected by electric and magnetic fields. This indicates that the X-rays are not charged particles. Then they ionize the gas through which they pass. Then they affect the photographic plate. Then they penetrate through the substances that is which are opaque to the ordinary light. Example: wood, flesh, thick paper, thin sheets of metals. Then when X-rays falls on metals, they liberate the electrons. Then X-rays are destructive effect on living tissues. When human body is exposed to X-rays, it causes redness of the skin, then sores and serious injuries to the tissues and glands. Then X-rays do not pass through heavy metals such as lead and bones. If such objects are placed in their path, they cause the shadow. The next is absorption of X-rays. Absorption means when X-rays are passed through a material, that is intensity of the X-ray gets reduced. This phenomena is known as absorption of X-rays. There are three kinds of interaction in X-rays with material. They are photoelectric effect, Compton effect, pair production. That is photoelectric effect means when X-rays pass through some material, then what happens means in that material what is present, electrons are present. Then these X-rays, they interact with the electrons present in the material, and these electrons are ejected out from the material due to the X-rays. This effect is called photoelectric effect. Then next is Compton effect. That is when X-rays is incident on some materials or the electrons in the material, the intensity of the X-rays gets reduced. Therefore, this effect is called what? A Compton effect. There is a change in intensity when X-rays pass to some material. That effect is called a Compton effect. The next is pair production. Then when the energy of the incident X-ray is sufficiently large, then the X-ray photon is annihilated or absorbed near the nucleus, and a positron electron pair is created. That is, here the photons disappear and they give all its energy to the electron and positron. This is called pair production. Therefore, due to the absorption of X-rays, three types of phenomena are obtained. That is photoelectric effect, Compton effect, then pair production.